Hey, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel here today. Hopefully guys day is going well. In today's video I'm going to be explaining a couple of ideas of how to make money at home. This is not discriminated towards age. You can be a teenager, you can be an adult. All these methods do work. If you apply them correctly, you will be able to create loads of revenue streams for yourself. Let's jump straight into it. So the first method is simply taking advantage of items that got high up in demand. Now, what I mean by this is essentially items that literally pop up on social media and people are going crazy over them. We've had two dramatic examples of this over the past 3 weeks. We cast our mind back 3 weeks ago. People were buying toilet paper and hand sanitizers. People were reselling those to create streams of revenue. Whether you think that's ethical, that's up to you to decide, but I am also just identifying that people were willing to pay a higher markup price for that. Marketplaces were putting things in place to stop people doing that. However, that is one example. The most current example is Nintendo Switches. Nintendo Switches are out of stock everywhere. If you see one, there is a substantial amount of profit to be made. If you go on eBay, if you look at a screenshot on screen, all these prices are substantially more than the actual retail price, therefore creating a profit margin for yourself. This is what I mean by sudden demand rises in products. There will be more products like this. People are at home, people are consuming more content, people are just literally have nothing to do. There will be more items like this that pop off and you can make money by selling them. Now I guess the question you guys are asking yourself, how can I identify these products? It is very, very simple. You need to be integrated into social media channels. You need to be on Twitter, you need to be on Facebook, you need to be on every type of social media platform to try to figure out what people want. You need to get those items and you need to bump up the price so you can create a profit margin for yourself. You need to buy bulk of these items. The more money you're going to invest is the more money you're going to get out. Now I want to move on to a bigger part of this video, and it's probably going to take up the rest of the video, and all these methods I'm going to talk about are related to each other. However, in my opinion, this is substantially better than the previous method I did talk about. Now, the next thing I do want to talk about is freelancing. Freelancing is where people go onto freelancer markets and provide services to companies and people for a price depending on what the service is. The company pays them, the person does it and makes the money. Now it seems like a very, very simple idea. However, a lot of you guys at home are probably thinking, what could I provide to someone? I'm going to be completely honest, literally anything. These companies, these people need anything. If you look on screen right now, I'm showing you some examples of the most dramatic examples of ways people have made money for doing something that they didn't think is monetizable. Literally, there is so many things you can do. You need to think about what you're good at. You need to think about your interests and what you expend time into. If you've created YouTube videos before, you know how to edit videos, you can sell that as a monetizable product. If you've done music producing before, you can make beats for people, you can sell the beats, you can make money. You need to let's do a deep dive into yourself and figure out what you're decent at, what you can expand on, and what you can monetize upon to create streams of revenue. Now, the two marketplaces I do want to talk about is Fiverr and VibeSquid. They will be linked down below. For my experience doing it, I'll go ahead and give you guys a little story and a little background here. I sold Instagram likes, Facebook likes, YouTube views, any type of social media engagement. I sold it to companies so they can look better, so they can present themselves better, and that allowed me to create a revenue stream. Now, in my case, I didn't necessarily create these likes. I didn't have bots that was able to do this. However, I played around with the concept of being the middleman. Now essentially what that was, I'd find a supplier for these likes and I'd find the customers, I'd pay the supplier, and also the price that I set for the customers will be way higher, so I'll have that little chunk in the middle which is profit for myself. I told the supplier I was doing this and he was completely fine with it as long as I kept ordering from him in bulk and I kept providing him with sales. He did not mind at all because he's making his money and I am finding the customers, I am profiting from that. Now I know I did talk about social media engagement, but literally anything you can think of you can charge a company or someone for. Now a very, very handy thing on VibeSquid, if you guys go to the website and you make an account and you go up to the top right and you go to requests, people and companies actually request stuff that they need done. So essentially they'll put like a title and they'll put their budget for the project. You click on it, you see their description, you can go ahead and ask questions, and you can also send in your quote if you want to be able to fulfill that for them. And that is the easiest way to make money. You literally see the request on there. If you think you can do it, then literally go for it. You can make the money easily. It's a very easy transaction. It's 100% safe on both those marketplaces. Now, if you're seeing loads of posts about a dedicated thing, it might be worth taking some time and learning how to do that so you can take over the market and go ahead and provide these services to these people and companies so you can create more money for yourself. Now, the final thing I do want to talk about is content curation. Now, the reason why this makes it on the list is because Most of the people right now have tons of free time. Their content consumption is going up overall on all platforms. YouTube, Netflix, any type of content creation platform that has content on there is booming right now because people are consuming more content. This allows you to create a revenue stream for yourself if you can create the content in the correct way. I'm going to give my opinion on it. I'm going to give you what I think is popping right now, and you guys can go ahead and give your 2 cents on it and create the content you want, but here's my opinion. You should create content targeted around what is going on right now, and you should shift as this whole thing shifts as well. People want to see content of how to better themselves during this situation. Literally the video you're watching right now and this method I am utilizing right now, this is a video about how to teach you guys how to create revenue streams in this current situation. I'm utilizing the last method of this video right now, and it is working because you guys are watching the video. This is a very simple concept, and it can be used very powerfully. I'm not even talking about YouTube videos. You guys can create Instagram posts, blog posts. You guys can create a podcast. Any type of content creation will be quite rewarding if done correctly. You guys need to do research on how you can push out your videos to the maximum amount of people. It might be worth buying ads on social media platforms so you can push your content. It might be worth learning how to do SEO optimization so you can get your videos and your content out to the most people. You need to take your time to research what you're going to do and then literally just give your 110% on it, and I trust me guys, the results will come in. Literally, content creation is up, content consumption is up, people are watching content. Now, one general rule of thumb, when I create a video, when I create thumbnails and I title them and I tag them, I put my 110% into them, and I essentially ask myself as a consumer, I take myself back into the consumer shoes, and I say to myself, would I click on this video? Would I click on this Instagram post? Would I click into this blog post? Would I click onto this Instagram story? I need to basically make it more engaging and more appealing for the consumer to go ahead and look at this content. Now, before we end today's video, I want to say 2 things. I want to say thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys are new, please subscribe and drop a like. And also, please keep in mind that this video was very short. There's a lot more methods I could talk about. I don't know if you guys are interested in it. If you guys are interested, let me know down below in the comments. If you have any questions about anything I talked about in today's video, go ahead and drop comments down below. I'll go and respond. My Twitter is down below. You guys can DM me anytime. I'll go ahead and try to help you as much as I can. These methods do work. These methods are proven to work. I've used them by myself, and the examples are clear. I've seen the data. Loads of other people can agree with this, and loads of people have made videos about this with similar methods. However, I just gave my 2 cents on it, and in my opinion, they work the best. And finally, if you guys want to see more content about what is going on in the world right now, on everything like this, videos like this that's subjected to what is going on in the world right now, then please let me know. I'd love to do videos like this. I'm genuinely interested in helping some of you guys or discussing about it, because everything that was going on right now is kind of affecting everyone. It doesn't really discriminate, so it is very interesting to create this content. I do have another video coming out this week where I create a mini studio in my room. I've ordered a lot of stuff. I talked about it on Twitter. If you guys want to check out my Twitter is @ReachOnline. Link is in the description. I'll catch you guys next time.